It's the last video with Past the Picasso, no, hashtag Past the Picasso. It's the last one. It's going to its next home, its new custodian, not owner, just the next person who's going to take it. But I believe, I don't know if there's going to be footage of it, but you can follow its journey if you follow the hashtag. That is universal on the internet. I think it's going to be needing this. I think it's going to France. So, and there might be some more exciting things for it after that. This car cannot die. It cannot end. Just because it's got to 500,000 miles and beyond, the story mustn't stop there. It must keep going. So I've got it on the ramp today because I need to do some important work, and as you can see, I've made a start. I know I said I'd finished all the work on it, but there's one more thing I need to do on it. And I just put that there, I think. Ooh, that's satisfying. Quite a lot of air bubbles in there. And then in theory this just peels away to reveal very smooth. Look at that! Look at that! Now people are getting their hopes up. Is this merch? No, no. I just made this one. I ordered it. So just to leave my mark on the Picasso. Merch is something that is in the pipeline, but that's not it. That's all. I quite like the colour of that. But yeah, it's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. I probably should have paid more attention to the yeah, to the listing, but also I know it's because this is like that, and you know that's like, but those I'm not saying, you know, I'm not, that's not to say, you know, it's not a reflection of, yeah, it's just, you know, that's, I mean, I didn't pay it, it's not I didn't set out to do that, it's not a deliberate thing. The little dot's missing out of his E as well, look. So, yeah, that's it just ended up, yeah, it just ended up like that. I'm not saying that, you know, with the, yeah, with the, and the bigger, I mean, yeah, it's just, it's not deliberate. So, I think that clears that up. I do actually need to do some really important work because when I drove to Festival of the Unexceptional, I was running with the spare wheel on the other side there, and the wheel that was on there had gone flat, and that is now under the car, and that is a problem for somebody else. And the only thing was the spare wheel had a directional tyre on it, and that was fitted on the left hand side last minute, which was the wrong side, so I need to swap them over. I need to put left on the right and the right on the left. And I'm amazed that when it went to Festival of the Unexceptional, no one who, well, people in the comments who think that not much escapes them, didn't point it out. I'm rather surprised by that. So yeah, it had the wrong directional tread on it. I mean, you wouldn't have known. We drove through rain, we drove through motorways, but yeah, I'm surprised it didn't get past them. Oh, you've got your tyre around the wrong way. Oh, you should put your better tread on the back than the front. Oh, the highway code stipulates. Oh. Tell you what, the age of the tyre on the left and the age of the tyre on the right are going to be completely different. How old's this? 2008. Whee! Well, if anyone fancies doing the Past the Picasso a kind turn, they could update its tyre. There we go. The tread is correct. See, like there, no, there, yay. Satisfying, that last. Also, I am a man of my word. I found an oil filter. See? That was, well, that's how old that is. There's the Euro Car Parts part number. I used to work at Euro Car Parts many years ago, so there's a very good chance that was a 5-finger discount. But I found it, so I'm going to donate it to Pasta Picasso, which means I'm going to have to donate some oil to it as well, and I'm going to try and find the cheapest oil I can here. Oh good, it's starting to rain, and there are many cars outside that are not waterproof. That's scuppering my plans slightly. Right, so I have to go quickly because I think the weather is going to have a say on how wet those cars outside get. Now, I don't think this was actually changed long ago, this oil, but as I say, with an old diesel, you can't change it too often, basically. There you go, look, you get to see it. Look at that. And then I need my pliers. Oh, that's tight. Why so tight? Now, can this thing catch oil dripping out of 2 places at once? That's the question. And we're going to shortly find out the answer. Yeah. Oh, no. Yes, I'm going to take that as a win. A Drive Plus. Yeah, quality. Real time. Real time. Haven't stopped the camera. Well, I'll probably edit it. Ah, this one's blue, look. Recycle bit of oil. You don't need to fill them up with oil first. It's not a standard 10. I don't know if you have to do those first either. I'm not going to go absolutely nuts trying to get every little last drip of it out, because I don't think it was done that long ago. And that oil was actually quite clean for a diesel. Risky doing that really, because I mean, knowing this car, that could have been like arrowdited in or something. The thread might have been glued back in. Ugh, I'm still dripping. Rain watch, it is still dry. At the moment. For how long is anyone's guess. Gets very satisfying doing this. Like, you can just blow all the oil off, and you start to see that underneath it's actually, some of it looks really new. Incidentally, look at that. See, you could get really, you could get carried away. Incidentally, there's a video of this car on YouTube clicking over 500,000 miles. I know, I didn't know either. Ooh. So, and I've completely forgotten what channel it's on, but search it, just hashtag Pasta Picasso. That's how I found it. I was on hashtag Pasta Picasso on Google the other day, and I found tons of stuff. Loads of posts from loads of people. In fact, Damien Cross, I don't even know what he does now. I think he works for Haggerty, but he was like, he does podcasts and stuff. I think he was with Autosport or something like that. He came and saw me at Festival of the Unexceptional, because he had this car for a while, and he said, oh, I've got a picture of Ash Sutton next to it and Senna Proctor sat in it, who were touring car drivers. Of course, my kids were like, sorry, what? So yeah, that was pretty cool. Ash Sutton did actually sign the dashboard, apparently. It has since gone. Very upsetting. And another fella, I didn't catch his name, but another fella, he goes, oh, I took that one up to like 482. So we had like 2 people come up who'd done part of the work to get it up to the 500,000. Took it to the Lake District or something. So yeah, that was quite cool. Right, I'm going to put the under tray back in as well, but I think I'll probably just fire it up first. Shall I just run it with no oil in it, just to get all the rough last bits of the old oil out? No, don't do that. I'm going to do something slightly unorthodox, and people, when they see this, are going to go, what the hell are you doing? You'll see. So it does say it recommends total. So what this is yeah, so this is actually quite high spec oil. This is Total Quartz Racing 1050, probably quite a few quid's worth. And you're going to look at me and go, you're mad, what the hell are you doing? Well, I'm not. There's a chance, I can't remember where this came from. I did used to buy it a long time ago, so it could be that I bought it a very long time ago. It could be that it was donated free of charge, because I once took a BX to Practical Classics shoot at Donington, and Total were there, and they basically repaid everyone's kindness for taking their cars down by letting them take free stuff. And I got some bags and I got some oil. I thought the oil I got was 530, and I thought it was the stuff that I'd put in the C6 a year ago, but it might have been this, I don't know. But the main reason I'm going to use it, well, there's 2 reasons. Firstly, it's already open, so you couldn't sell it because it's already been opened. It's cracked, sealed, and it's not full. It has had a tiny bit taken out of it. But I have got a little bit over there in another tin, which I can just top it up with. I don't know how much this takes. I'm guessing about 5 litres. The other reason I'm going to use this is because, well, the other 2 reasons I'm going to use this, I don't need it. Nothing I work on uses 1050. So it's just sat here, and as you can see, it's gathered much dust. This car would have been actually recommended to use 1040 from NOOO. The XUD ran 1540 mineral, but these cars were 1040 semi-synthetic. Realistically, after 500,000 miles, I'm pretty sure 1540 would have been fine. And then I thought, well, actually, after 500,000 miles, 1050 will be fine. It's going to be a bit thicker when it's hotter. Oh, no, I've nearly taken that sticker off. That's not good. So basically, yeah, I couldn't sell it. I don't use it in any cars now. It's good quality oil. It's slightly thicker than what it's supposed to have, which for an engine as leggy as this will help it. And yeah, basically it's free, so it's going in. Yeah, people might look at that a bit strangely and be like, what are you doing? I'm not going to use it. I've got some 1040, which is the stuff that it would have been recommended to have from NOOO, but I use that. I've got cars that run on that. So if I use that, I then have to buy some more. I've got nothing that runs on this. Most common grade of oil I buy is 2050, because most of the TVRs I work on run on it. So, and I believe my Citroen SM, which if you're new to the channel, I own a Citroen SM. I haven't mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it more. I should do. Should make people aware. That also runs on 2050, so I'm winning. Where's my tissue gone? Damn, I'm not winning anymore. So the Picasso now has racing snake oil in it. Not snake oil, racing snake. Oh, it's so clean on the dipstick. Look at that. That's amazing. When I start the engine, this will not last. Firstly, the level will drop slightly, but not much, when it fills up the oil filter. And then when all the crud that was previously in the engine gets mixed around, it's going to get mixed around with that, and that will go black. But there you go. So we've got new filter, racing oil. Oil pressure light went out so quickly. 500,000 miles, and the oil pressure light, when you've just done an oil change, goes out like that. Because it's probably connected to the ABS light, isn't it? most people have the ABS light connected to the oil pressure light to fudge cars through an MOT, but on a car that's done 500,000 miles, it's probably the other way around. Nah, it's not, it's fine. Yep, it's dropped a little bit. I shall just get some more to top that up with. So this engine cover, I was going to fix this. Someone in the comments made a very good suggestion actually, to just get 4 little cotton reel mounts, which would work. But I've completely forgotten to do it. So I will probably try and do that before it goes, because I think it's really cool if it still has this, because most of them don't. Because all the original mounts that are under there are all broken bar one. So if you put this on, you basically have one mount holding it on, and it's just flopping around, breaking things. Yeah, so I shall probably try and fix that in the week. But I do, lastly, need to put the undertray back on, because it's just kicking around in the workshop, dropping oil everywhere, and I've done all the work now. Incidentally, before I go and do that, and then take the car off the ramp, I found out what this box was. And I am going to copy in the tweet from the man on Twitter who fitted that box, because it's actually quite clever what that is. It's very clever actually. Before I put the undertray back in, bonnet stay goes into the bonnet up here, but there's also another bonnet stay mount here. Why is that? Observe my mobile phone footage that I took while I was doing the top mounts and things to see. Oh, and also I have it as an SM. So if you've ever wondered why Zara Picassos have a mount here and a mount here for the bonnet stay, and a kink here, it will be because when you pull this trim out, which you have to remove to get to the suspension underneath, that step there allows this piece of trim to come down and out. How clever is that? Now, I'm not entirely sure that this undertray is for this car. Such is the poor fit that it seems to have, but it's what was on it when it came, so it's what will be on it when it leaves. That's taken some time, admittedly, but yes, the undertray is back on, and it is not rattling much. One of the original fixings is still holding it in place. The rest of them, green cable ties, which are not anything to do with the channel. They were cheap. The last thing I need to do is to finish this. I have rubbed it down slightly. There are bits of seam sealer in it. It is not mint. It is not pretty. You would not pay for this, but it was free. And now this corner is strong again. To answer the lady from Festival of the Unexceptional whose comment was, there's caring, and then, oh my god, I've oversprayed. There's caring, and there's not caring, and then there's not caring. Well, we do care. A lot of people care about this car. That's why we did it. And I say we because a lot of people go, no, it wasn't we, it was you. It's like, no, because, oh dear. Do you know, I don't actually think it matters, because there's rust around everywhere else. At the end of the day, I did this off my own back, and the costs to do it, yeah, I've swallowed them, but those costs are made more swallowable by the fact that people are channel members and patrons and all that kind of thing. And even people who just interact with the videos and stuff. You can't see me at all, this is stupid. People who interact and whatnot. it all helps. So you are all, in a way, and if you don't like this car, that is unfortunate, but you are all, in a way, partly responsible, no, partly to thank for the Picasso. And not just you, anyone who watches any of the other channels that have been featuring it. Hubnut, also driven, there you go, didn't need to look at the sticker. I'm terrible with names. I thought this would come off a lot easier than that. Yeah, anyone who's supported this car since it's been on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, you were all culpable and, no, complicit. You were all to thank. So the car can't talk, but the car says thank you, everybody, because it needs people, it's only people that keep it going, isn't it, at the end of the day? There we go. Yeah. Right. Thank you to everyone. This car has been actually responsible for most of my views over the last couple of weeks, I think. So I'm probably being an idiot by giving it back, but it's not my car, so I kind of have to give it back. And I grabbed the first paint can I could find, to be fair here. Yeah, thank you for all the views, and thank you to Ashley at Palmdale Motors. Go check out their site if you need anything they do. I just hope he keeps this car going. Obviously, he might feel like it's a bit of a weight around his neck now. I mean, but I don't think it should be. I think it, you know, and if he gets rid of it, I'm sure someone else will take it on. Really, it needs someone who's going to put a ton of miles on it and run it. So yeah, I've enjoyed my time with it, and I've enjoyed it more than I thought it would, actually. All joking aside, it really has wormed its way into my affections, and I think it worms its way into the affections of everybody who runs it for a while, just because of its sheer bloody mindedness, really. The fact it still keeps going. I'm probably going to brush something over the top of that because that looks horrendous. Anyway, I'm going home to watch the football. Oh, you're waiting for me to go? Oh. Shall we make Ian excited? Whoa, look at that! How amazing is this? It's quite satisfying, actually, isn't it? Claphams wipers are probably better looking under here. Do you think he's excited by this bit, or do you think he's excited by the actual wipers on the screen? Or both? I have to ask his missus, see which works.